Come on in, start her up, I want to hear this thing. Welcome to Supercars of London, episode 2 as the wheels are in motion for the 2020 Piloti Road Trip, and we turn our attention to the BMW M2 Competition, which recently on the channel has not been getting too much love from myself. Obviously, I daily drive this car. I've done nearly 8,000 miles in it, and after this road trip, I'm pretty sure this is going to be ticking close to 10,000 miles. But in this episode, we are going to learn more about Piloti, but this car is going to undergo one hell of a transformation. The most mods I've ever done in one video are going to be taking place over the next 10 to 15 minutes, and we start here at Motech Performance. That is because I am the exhaust expert. This M2 Competition from factory does not sound that good, and today we're going to transform the sound of this car and make sure that we can hear that straight six sing in Scotland, because let's be honest, it's going up against a Nissan GT-R and a straight piped Lamborghini Murcielago. Now that the M2 is up on the ramp, you can see how ugly this system is, but what were you saying about where you're basically going to take it off and reinstall?
So we'll the good thing is above here there's quite a bit of sort of storage area for exhaust, so we'll tuck the Remus right out of the way, so it'll be a lot more sort of efficient, you know, free flowing underneath.
Yeah.
Get rid of this horrible thing, and we'll cut from around here. So you see where this brace is here?
Yeah.
So they're your OPF filters, so we'll keep them in place. We'll lose that resonator.
Yeah.
And of course, as the exhaust comes across, your valves still go into a box. When the valve is open, it's still going inside. But on the Remus, the valve bypasses the box and has a straight through tailpipe. So when the valve is open, it's straight from the GPF back.
Okay, so Sport and Sport Plus will
dead loud.
Yeah.
So you can see here, so when the valve is open, as you can see, it bypasses the box.
Yeah.
When it's closed, it goes back inside to each chamber.
Okay.
So these boxes, even though there's two, they act as four because there's a four-way pass. So the gases will come down a box, and then turn around and come back out. So there's a pass in each way.
Wow.
So you're actually getting four, but in the space of two.
Much more efficient, I'm assuming, weight saving as well?
Yeah, well, you might see that. That's two people to get that off and that's one person to put it on. Yeah.
Well, this is going to be pretty cool. I always knew that when I got this car, I was going to be doing the exhaust. I think I've done all right in terms of when I bought the car to now.
I thought you'd have been in sooner.
Yeah.
We spoke and you were quite, and now you're here. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It was inevitable, but yeah, it did take quite a while for me to come in. And I think I was happy with how it sounded because I drove most of the time in comfort.
Yeah.
But with the road trip coming up, I want a little bit more noise. I want a bit more character in the car. It's fast, it's cool, but it needs to be louder now.
Yeah, and it looks a lot better as well. I mean, these are also, look how small they are as well.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll replace it with a 4-inch tailpipe, 102mm. So
sick.
Yeah, load better. It'll just fit this diffuser, and if you change the diffuser, it'll also fit in there as well, just nice.
Come on in, start her up, I want to hear this thing. Oh my god, onwards to Dub Customs. We were not messing around. Welcome to my Piloti Roadtrip Ready BMW M2 Competition. It looks unreal. Before I show you some of the modifications that have happened, let's go back to last week when I collected the Nissan GT-R. New car day excitement got the better of me whilst I teased what this Piloti road trip was going to entail. Let me share with you exactly why I am so excited about just how cool this is going to be. So obviously, my favourite content and videos to make on the channel are road trips. Going out with friends, the Lamborghini Hurricane in the south of France, Hot Hatch Tour. Piloti wanted to support that. They are the coolest brand when it comes to creating ideas together. So Piloti wanted to support road trip content. We've got the M2 competition, we've got the Nissan GT-R, and we've got the Lamborghini Murcielago. Obviously, the look of the M2 competition takes inspiration from my favourite Piloti shoe. We've got the Sherwood green wrap, we've got carbon fibre DMC body kit, the gloss black stock competition wheels, which I think look great in the non-diamond cut finish. Gloss black is where it's at. We've also got the R44 Performance bonnet, the M2 CS bonnet. It's so aggressive, it bulges out as if this car's been to the gym, and everything now with this car looks perfect and it's ready for the road trip. Motech springs, Remus exhaust system, carbon fibre everywhere, and the dark green wrap is going to look perfect in Scotland. But I'm desperate to drive this thing because I've not properly heard the exhaust, so I'm going to imaginarily put my exhaust expert glasses on and go for a drive. Listen to this. Safe to say, sport mode is engaged. Oh. Oh, the burbles are amazing. So when I left Motech, it was pouring with rain and I drove it straight here, so I haven't really had the opportunity of hearing this car for the first time, but sorry. This has just got so much more character. The M2 competition as standard is obviously a phenomenal driver's car, but I actually felt after 5,000 miles in it that it was missing a little bit of character. It was so synthetic and computerized that, yes, you did feel like you were behind the wheel of driving the car, but it still felt like you were getting a lot of help. Whereas now with the exhaust system, obviously the lowering springs help give you that feel for the car, but overall, I feel much more connected and at one with the car now with all of these modifications. Knowing how it looks, I just didn't think that you could take a stock M2 competition up to Scotland up against a Nissan GT-R and a Lamborghini Murcielago. So the burbles. I think this sounds way better than my M3 did. Listen to this. Now the hardest decision I've got is, I obviously have number one pick over the cars. I don't know what I'm going to drive, because up in Scotland the roads are amazing. The M2 competition is the perfect size. The M2 comp is the perfect Scotland car. But the Nissan GT-R has four-wheel drive, has bags of power, and the Lamborghini has the Fab Speed straight-piped exhaust system that's just gonna sound and deafen anyone that it drives past. I've got a massive decision on my hands. What would you drive? You tell me what you would take out of the three cars for a trip up to the North Coast 500 in Scotland. I love the sound as the turbo starts to spool up and you start to just get more of a rasp to it and you can hear that engine and exhaust working. This is properly cool, and I feel like when I bought the M2 competition I had a vision of how I wanted it to look, and now everything is exactly how I want it to be, and I'm over the moon with the colour, over the moon with the modifications. It is as road trip ready as it possibly could ever be. I'm over the moon with how it sounds, over the moon with how it looks. This project has been so fun to film, but also quite stressful because we've had to do it in a week. But massive thanks to the guys at Dub Customs, massive thanks to the guys at Motech. We have created a monster, and I guarantee that Alex and Sam are going to be fighting over driving this car with me Let me know in the comments what car you would take to Scotland. Stay tuned for episode 3 that is coming very soon. And obviously, go over and check out the Piloti Shoes Instagram page, because honestly, you will not regret it. I will see you soon, guys. Take care. Goodbye.